So with that, I want to bring out our first speaker, Julie Reynolds. She is an Elite 3 Platinum Black 1. So just to give you some perspective, this means that Julie has created an organization of at least 400,000 points. That's a lot if you think about it. And on the customer side, she's built both to an enormous height, 15,000 in personal product sales at minimum she has created. She's a mom of 2 teenagers, a retired school counselor, and a therapist, and she now works her Modere business full time because of what she's been able to create here. So with that, Julie, are you there? Are you able to hear me?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can. Yay. Thank you, Sean, for making the technology work for us. I appreciate you so much. So, Julie, I would love for you to just share a little bit about your story, how you ended up at Modere, and just how you found it and all the things you love about it, and then we'll dig into some tips.
Awesome. Well, first of all, who else, I know you guys can't speak, you're muted, but who else has chills up and down their arms as Staci shared that story? Because it reminded me of my story. You guys, I am a 10-year success story. It took me 10 years to get where I am now. And so, you might be on the call being like, oh, my God, she's an Elite 3, Platinum Black 1. That's incredible. That could never happen to me. And I am, first of all, no different than any single one of you. I have my good days. I have my bad days. I have my self-doubt. I have, the ability to pick myself up when things crumble. But I also have those days where I just feel like I need to wallow in my sorrow, so to speak. So I love that story because we have a choice every single day right here, right now, to draw a line in the sand and say, no more. I am going 100% all in. I believe in me. It's my time. And so that's what I did, and that's what I continue to do even on those hard days. And so, we can make today our best day. And then you know what? The difference between where I am and where you are is I've been able to kind of pick myself up on those bad days and know that it's just a bad day. It's just a bad little moment, but I can pick myself back up and I can keep moving. And so that has truly been the key to my success is I keep moving. And so I want you guys to remember the word tenacity. And if you're not familiar with what tenacity is that word that you just don't give up. And you don't give up on yourself. And so that is truly the key to my success is I am tenacious to a fault. I don't give up. I pick myself back up. I keep on moving. I keep on going. You might hit a roadblock. You have 2 choices at that roadblock, right? You can just let it completely crumble you and let life get in your way, or you can say, okay, life is happening. This is hard, but I'm going to pick myself back up, and I'm going to be tenacious, and I'm going to keep on moving. And so what I can tell you is that when you are tenacious and when you keep moving, what this business can do for you is like nothing you've ever experienced in life. And I just want to quickly share with you guys a little story of why I decided to go all in. And I was a school counselor. And I remember the day like it was yesterday. My daughter is almost 14 years old next week. She was 4, so this was 10 years ago. This is when I decided to go all in and know that I needed to make this network marketing thing work. I picked my daughter up from daycare, and she came running outside, and she was like, Mommy, 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 I get to be teacher for the day, and guess what? You get to watch me tomorrow. And I crumbled because I knew that I couldn't watch my daughter be teacher for the day. I knew my principal needed me in the school first thing in the morning, and he wasn't going to let me show up late to work because our buses were just absolutely crazy. And I was like, oh, that's so great, honey. I'm so excited, as I have like almost tears in my eyes. And I'm driving home, and she's telling me all the things that she gets to do. And I am like literally bawling because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to watch her. I came home, I emailed my principal, and like I expected, he said, I'm really sorry. I really need you there first thing in the morning. I had to send my daycare worker instead, and she took the pictures for me and told me all about it. And it was at that pivotal moment that I knew this gift called network marketing, this gift called Modere, was something that I had to go 100% all in on, because I knew that I never wanted to miss another first again. I didn't want to be taking care of other kids where I couldn't even take care of my own kids. And so this company, Modere, has given me the vehicle to be a full-time mom and to never have to miss anything of my kids ever again. And so if you want this to be a full-time thing for you, I'm here to tell you that it absolutely can. But you need to be tenacious. And you need to not give up on yourself. And you need to draw that line in the sand today and say, I'm going all in because I believe in me. And so I just wanted to share that story as Staci was sharing that story. So we all have stories, guys, and we all have ish that happens to us in life. But we have to pick ourselves back up, and we have to believe in ourselves and go all in. And so,
oh
Staci,
my gosh,
I don't know if there's any questions.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have a question, but I just want to, like, that makes me tear up because I think so many of us can relate to that feeling. It's like, you know, I would have been standing behind a chair with a hairstylist for 12 hours a day commuting. I literally be the first person to drop my son off and the last one to pick him up. And I can't imagine having to live like that. And so many people do because they don't know that there's an alternative. And listen, you know, you were saying you can go full time. You absolutely can. We are, right? But some of you might just want to make enough to just fund the extras so that you're not feeling so stressed and so, under it all the time. So you can create what you want to create, and that's what I love. And I'll say this about you, Julie Reynolds, for people who don't know. Julie Reynolds is one of those people that's always a student. Like, she'll reach out to people and, you know, just with a total air of curiosity about her. Like, hey, I noticed you doing this, or I've seen this happening. What are your thoughts, or what are you doing, or what's your perspective? And she's always learning. So even though she's created more success than most people have in this profession, she never has arrived. And I think that is one of the key personality traits of people who create massive success in my experience. They're always getting into new rooms. They never want to be the smartest person in there, and they always know that there's another level. It's never done, right? So I love that about you, that air of curiosity. I'm just wondering if you have a couple of tips for people who maybe they're looking at you, Julie, and they're like, I'm so far away from that. Like right now, if I could just get, 5 new customers, if I could just get the ball rolling, I would maybe have a little bit more belief. Like, what do you feel are the key things that they should be focusing on that maybe where they're missing the ball a little bit that could help them get this thing going?
So, well, thank you, Staci. I appreciate that because I am a lifelong learner, and I think all of us need to adapt the lifelong learner and mentality, and I think that is where this is called network marketing. So there's 2 pieces. If you are brand new or you're not having the success that you want, there's 2 things that you need to do. You need to network. Network means make more connections, whether you're making them offline or you're making them online, right? Start meeting new people. Do not expect what we call our warm audience, which is your immediate friends and family, to build your business to success. You need to network. You need to create connections, create that like, know, and trust. So whether it means Reels, whether it means Facebook Live, whether it means in your stories, whether it means getting into some Facebook groups and making friends, you need to network. The other piece to success, if you're not having the success that you want, is the marketing piece. And on today's call, we have legit the best marketers in the entire online space. We have marketers that have created multiple 7 figures on here. Myself, Julie, Tanya, Staci. I don't know any better marketers. So when I ask questions, it's these women that I come to because they are so good at marketing. And so if you're like, okay, so I've got this little bit of network, but I'm not able to get the sales that I want, or I'm not able to get people to kind of like come to my sphere. I want you to dive all in on your marketing. Your marketing efforts need to change just a little bit. And so the one thing that I want to ask you is, what is the pain point of your audience? What are some of the things that they really struggle with? Is it looking in the mirror and feeling beautiful? Is it trying to not feel like they're a 47-year-old, but they want to look and feel like they did when they were 37? What is their pain? And really understand somebody's pain, because the products that we have here solve so many pain points. And so if you're not having the success, or if you're just getting started, I want you to really do a deep dive into marketing and understanding the pain points of your audience. Because what we do as network marketers is we are problem solvers. So how are you going to solve somebody's problem? You're going to solve it through our incredible BioCell. You're going to solve it through our trim. You're going to solve it through our Uplift collection or our OVA M, right? But you can't sell a product if you don't know what the customer's pain points are. So there's this amazing app or website, you've probably heard of it, called ChatGPT. What I want you to do is I want you to go to ChatGPT, and I want you to plug in, I help blank with blank. I help 45-year-old women feel young and youthful again. Please give me 5 pain points that people have at this age. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show up on social, and I'm going to talk about the pain points that they have, and then I'm going to talk about the solution. Okay? So if you're not where you want to be, it's not that you need more help necessarily understanding exactly how to close, or it's not that you need more help, with X, Y, and Z. I want you to really get good at marketing, because marketing has been the key to success in all things life. Okay? So start with the networking, and then start with the marketing. Networking and marketing. That is what we do. I hope that was helpful.
Oh, it's so helpful and so on point, because network marketing has 2 parts, right? We network and we market, and people tend to want to focus on the one that creates the least resistance. But I have to tell you, we have it so much easier than anyone else has ever had in the history of network marketing. When I started, I used to have to do PBRs, business receptions in my living room, ask people to bring the ice so that they would actually show up. You know what I mean? And it was so uncomfortable. And I spent hours at Panera constantly getting stood up. Like, listen, we get to build this thing on social media. All you need to do is to get good at marketing. And here's, further to what Julie's saying, just screw up faster, would you? So many of you are so scared to take the step because you're afraid of making mistakes. You're going to. You're going to say dumb stuff. You're going to post things that don't do well. You're going to have things that you put up that it's only your Aunt Martha's going to comment. That's okay. You can't get good until you let yourself be bad first. So just be bad faster, screw up faster, and you will start to get some skills. You can't learn how to market in a book. You can learn some strategies. You sure can. You can get some pointers and some tips. But the only way to get really good at this is to see how your audience responds to what you're marketing. That's how you know if it's working or not. You have to get out there and do it. So I love that you shared that, and I love that you're explaining to people how to market. So many people fall into the habit of talking about the features of their products. It has this ingredient. It's this dosing protocol. It's in this bottle. Nobody cares about that. All they care about is, does it make my life better, easier, or more fun in some way? Yeah? Awesome. Where do I get it? That's what they care about. So if you do what Julie's saying and you highlight the pain points, like what is it they're struggling with, and you give them pointers around that. Hey, I've got 3 tips to help you sleep like a baby, even if you haven't slept since college. Not that I did much sleeping then, but anyway, I digress. So then you're going to share a couple of tips with them, and then tip number 3 might be get a great supplement. If you want to know what I'm using, drop sleep in the comments. I'll fill you in. That's how you do this thing, not by talking about the product. It's so important for you to attract your audience around who you are, not around what you're selling. It's going to make all the difference in the world. So thank you, Julie. Is there any other other tips that are popping up for you that you just really want to share that could be helpful?
Yeah, I just wanted to add really quickly what you were saying about this. So we put out a post, and it's awful, and it fails, okay? Instead of being defeated, pick yourself back up. We highlight leaders in here all the time, not because we want you to create some FOMO. We highlight leaders over here because success leaves clues, right? And so I want you to be a detective, and I want you to be an analytical and say, okay, this post did not work for me, but maybe a post similar that I can tweak and make my own, notice I said tweak and make my own, worked really well for Staci. And she's having the same pain points that I'm having, right? Let me try and tweak and make something similar to what she's doing, because success leaves clues. And you're going to put on your investigator hat, and you're going to figure out what exactly works for your audience. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. So, yes, you're going to fail, but you need to pick yourself back up, and you need to see what is working. And so you've got to test different things and look and see, okay, this one I maybe got 3 likes. Maybe my audience is liking this one a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to keep diving into it a little bit more. And then, oh my gosh, now I got 6, 7 likes. Okay, now I need to get better and better and better. And so just be a person that learns all the time, be a person that does some tweaking all the time, be a person that, listens to their audience and then follows some of us, because success leaves clues. And so it's not hard. This business is not hard. It is for those that are consistent and tenacious and that just don't give up.
And that's definitely you, my friend. Thank you so much. There's so much gold in that. I hope you're all writing notes seriously. So grateful for you coming on and sharing, Julie. Thank you so much. And the chats are going to be blowing up. I can see it. I can see it rolling in front of me right now. I love it. Thank you so much. Have yourself a fantastic rest of your Saturday.